Hello everyone and thanks for watching. This will be one of our first long form videos for our farm. We've only owned it for about 6 months now, but we want to document everything we do, including side-by-sides, using machinery, fixing roads, which is what we're going to do today. As you can see, going up this little trail, when it rains, all the clay gets really slick, and it's quite dangerous coming down or even going up. And we've actually lost a trailer going down, and jackknifed it, slid it into a tree, and we don't really want that to happen again. And it's actually quite dangerous because there's a clear drop off on the outside. So as you're going down, you're holding on for dear life, and if you make any mistake or if the ground gives away, like, you're going to go down the edge of that cliff, and we really don't want that to happen. We recently took delivery of an excavator and a tracked skid steer, and that will help us with this job. Here's the first order going in. So we needed a solution that would bed down the road and give good contact for vehicles. So if we're going around the corners and stuff, it's not going to slide, it's going to be nice and stable. We came across this solution of concrete matting. So they're 800 kilo, 2.5 by 6 meter sheets. We'll then go through and put these pins in to pin it to the ground. And so it won't really move, and then we'll put row base on top of it to really stiffen it up. We took delivery of 2 semi-trailer loads, so it was about 3 hours per truck. So we went out one day and then offloaded it the best we could, and then came back the next day and got the next truck unloaded. We wanted them to be delivered right up by the farm gate, but because they were huge trucks, they couldn't actually get up there and turn around properly. And we've had a lot of rain recently as well, which just makes the ground not solid. So instead we had to pile them all down here by the road and hope that someone didn't come past and take our 800 kilo concrete rolls. So here's Lachlan hooking up the rolls to the tractor, and Dad waiting patiently for him to untie the knot. We also learned the hard way that you do not tie knots, especially when lifting heavy things like this, because they get so taut that you can't actually get them undone very easily. For some reason the diff lock came undone and we were able to do some sick reverse burnouts. She's not the best tractor or the easiest to use, but she got it done. So on the first truck they stacked the rolls 3 high, and it was right on the very edge of our limits for the tractor to be able to try and grip onto it and lift them off the trailer without damaging anything. This is what they look like all rolled up. You can see the different pads of concrete in there and all the wiring that holds them together. Here I am going to get the boys some water to hydrate them on this very hot day. This is Lachlan testing out the excavator for one of his first times. He'll be the one using it to unroll each of the rolls when we place them down. This is a couple days after we unload them all to the other side of the road. And then comes the big day. This is us early in the morning, just getting the machines ready and waiting for the other 2 to rock up. This gives you a good idea of why we need this. It's been raining for a few days and it just goes all slop, just like that. This is our new tracked loader in action, taking the rolls down the hill to where we need to place them. Wasn't there on the day, but we ended up getting a flatbed truck with a crane to pick them all up from the side of the road and then bring them up to our property. Now to drop it over.
got him.
These are the pins that we had to knock into the mats. I was obviously not very good at the start of this, but I did so many that by the end of the day, I was quite good at hammering in some pegs. So this is how the first few mats looked. We only pegged in 3 pegs at the start of each mat, and then unrolled them just to try and keep up with the speed of the machines. We also tried the vibrating majigger there to try and help push the pins in, but it was just no use. It would just go off on an angle, and it was so heavy that we just didn't bother.
There's rock here, I think.
This is us hitting rock and hitting cement.
And missing.
Yeah, maybe
No,
try a
it's
different
just
one.
bending.
Here's another example of the slop. But then after the skid steer went over and over and over it again, it just made it even worse.
Pull it down a bit. There, mate. Up.
I think this footage shows how tight the track is and how much room we actually had to work with.
Over top. So this needs to go down and then it goes over. Yeah, if not, you can pull it. Hold up. Unless we bring it, do you want to bring it back and then roll it? Alright. No, but it's on the back there.
It's hard to show the actual angle and steepness of the hill that we're working on, but maybe that might help a little bit.
Did he? But luckily he kind of popped out. Oh, I yelled, I was like, stop, 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 stop.
This was one of the first ones that we did, and Lachlan was just getting used to the controls and the sensitivity and everything. He got really, really good by the end of the day.
We're coming towards where's that pulley stick? We can try and fix it real quick. No, that's why I brought one down. Are you gonna have this one pulled out, or?
Yeah, might as well.
You can kind of move this, which is handy.
You do it with this a little bit. It's way easier than the other
So much lighter. Is that alright, you reckon?
Yeah.
we ended up getting the whole thing laid within about 5 hours, which wasn't too bad. We thought we'd only get halfway. We never thought we'd actually get to the bottom, but we did. So yeah. There were some flexible rolls that were only weighing 600 kilo, and Dad accidentally picked up a 600 and an 800, and he was almost tipping over on his way down. So we were battling the rain all day, and we finally had some sunshine, and it was very beautiful, and not as hot as what it could have been. Us getting down to the last 3 or 4 rolls, and we're so excited, and we're getting very, very close to the end.
Perfection.
The next day we came back, except this time we had 2 large sledgehammers with us, thinking that the larger they are, the longer the arm would smash these right in, and that was not the case. They just kept bouncing off on different angles. And as you can see here, we actually got a truck stuck on our concrete matting. It was just way too wet, and once the truck had lost all of its load and didn't have diff lock, it was very hard for them to get out.
Can you come down the bottom?
Chilling. We chilling. We chilling with our dog friend that won't go home. We've been waiting since 1 o'clock, I think. It is now 5 o'clock, and it's going to be another 45 minutes, and then they're going to try and get it out, so another hour, 6 o'clock, who knows how long it's going to take. It's going to be dark when we leave though, that's for sure.
So the boys had to wait around all afternoon basically for the rescue truck to come, and were very excited when it did eventually rock up.
Yeah. Professional.
Keepers creepers.
Bit of a walk down, eh?
So they ended up getting the rescue truck stuck, trying to get the other truck out. So then we tried to use the skid steer to pull him out, but that just didn't work. The boys ended up just heading home about 8 o'clock, and the SES came and got them out while we were gone.
So the tow truck's got itself perched on the edge now. So we've got to recover him as well.
The next morning we had news that they had recovered the trucks and it was all clear, but we had another delivery and that truck got stuck. So here's us trying to get him out. didn't get too much footage of this as we were just trying to get the poor guy out, but I tried to capture a little bit here and there. We eventually recovered him and got him out safe.
And about a week later, with tons of rain, we're putting more mats down because it got more slippery.
And cue the hammering montage.
If I talk really slowly, will this sound normal speed?
One-handed action. Ah. Gah.
We had a special piece of steel made up that would go over top of the pegs that went into the ground, and then our little whack-a-packer vibrating thing goes on top and forces that into the ground. But it was just more effort than anything, so we just decided to just keep hammering them in with the hammers. And this is what the final product looks like, having all of the mats pegged in, and the only thing we need to do now is get some road base or crusher dust and lay it all along the top just to bed everything in nicely. But I think it came about alright, and didn't take us as long as we thought it would. But thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good day.
Keep going. Oh my goodness.
My pants down.